but immune to their weaknesses. He hunts the undead alongside his grizzled mentor, Whistler,
Love you,
keeping the
puppies.
vampire plague under control. We soon
Yes,
team up with Dr.
puppies.
Karen Jensen, a
Sounds
hematologist bitten
British.
by a
Mummy.
vampire, to track down Deacon Frost,
Go to
a
sleep,
power
puppies.
hungry upstart
Sake, these people are our food, not our allies.
with plans to unleash an ancient blood god upon the world. Will Frost succeed? Can Blade stop him?
Frost, you're nothing to me.
You're nothing to me.
Dead vampire.
Watch the damn movie already. It came out in 1998. What's your excuse? Now, Blade wasn't always the leather-clad, tattooed, silver katana-wielding badass we all know and love. Back in the day, he rocked a green trench coat, goggles, and wooden stakes, looking less like a vampire slayer and more like a guy with a flamethrower gimmick from The Running Man. The character of Blade was originally not intended for Marvel. He was created by writer Marv Wolfman, who first conceived the idea for Eerie magazine, a horror anthology published by Warren Publications back in the 1970s. But before the concept could make it past the idea stage, Marv jumped ship to Marvel Comics, where he was assigned to write The Tomb of Dracula. Not wanting to waste a good idea, Wolfman retooled his creation and introduced Blade in The Tomb of Dracula issue number 10 in July 1973. While the concept was all Marv's, the look came from legendary artist Gene Colan, his longtime collaborator. Together, they crafted Blade's early design: the short coat, the bandoliers, the goggles, and the likeness of NFL legend Jim Brown. Inspired by the blaxploitation wave in the 1970s, Blade wasn't a half-vampire yet. He was a street-smart, tough-as-nails black man immune to vampire bites. He didn't have superhuman strength or speed, just guts, grit, and an unshakable will to fight the undead. And it stayed that way until the 90s rolled in. Blade remained in the background for years, a C-tier comic book character lurking in Marvel shadows while bigger names hogged the spotlight. Spider-Man swung high above the skyline. The X-Men dominated both comics and Saturday morning cartoons, and every 12-year-old was hogging the Punisher game in the arcade. Meanwhile, Blade was just kinda there, occasionally popping up, never really breaking through. But that all changed in the 90s, when Marvel found itself on the brink of financial collapse, and the Daywalker became the unlikely hero that saved it. To understand how that happened, we have to rewind the clock, all the way back to the golden age of comics. From 1938 to 1956, superheroes were symbols of hope. Superman, Batman, and Captain America stood tall during wartime, shining as paragons of truth and justice. They weren't just comic book characters. They were morale boosters for a nation recovering from war. Then came the Silver Age, the era of science and wonder. Between the late 50s and early 70s, superheroes evolved through imagination and discovery. Radiation, cosmic rays, and genetic mutation replaced magic and myth. This was the age of Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men, flawed human heroes who reflected our curiosity and fear of progress. But as the world grew more complex, so did comics. The Bronze Age of the 1970s brought moral ambiguity, social awareness, and grit. Writers started tackling racism, addiction, war, and corruption. Heroes weren't perfect anymore. They were conflicted, vulnerable, and often broken. By the late 80s and early 90s, the optimism of earlier decades faded into darkness. The market became obsessed with edginess. Brooding anti-heroes like Spawn, Ghost Rider, and Wolverine ruled the racks. Art got sharper, stories got bloodier, and cool replaced heroic. Then came the comic market crash of the 90s. You see, comics from the Golden Age began selling for insane prices, auctioned to collectors like relics from a bygone era. Suddenly, comics weren't just stories. They were investments. Speculators were buying them like lottery tickets, thinking every #1 issue would one day pay for a mansion. So Marvel did to comics what Pop Mart did to La Boo Boos. They flooded the market. Rare variants, foil covers, holograms, bagged editions, gimmicks designed to drive hype, not storytelling. And when the bubble burst, it was catastrophic. Comic shops closed, sales plummeted, and Marvel, desperate to stay afloat, started selling off its crown jewels: Spider-Man to Sony, the X-Men and Fantastic Four to Fox, and Hulk to Universal Pictures. But just when the company looked dead in the water, a half-vampire with a sword and sunglasses stepped out of the shadows and brought Marvel back to life. Blade landed in the lap of New Line Cinema, where it wound up in the hands of writer David Goyer, a guy with a knack for crafting cool, gritty worlds like Dark City and the Dark Knight trilogy. Goyer wanted to fuse the blaxploitation roots of the original 1970s Blade with the edge and attitude of the 1990s. The studio initially wanted Denzel Washington or Lawrence Fishburne for the role, but Goyer pushed for Wesley Snipes, who, at the time, had been trying to get a Black Panther movie off the ground. When that fell through, he read the Blade script and was instantly hooked. Together, they reinvented the character from the ground up, redesigning the character and modernizing the look. They replaced Blade's wooden daggers with sleek silver weapons, swapped out his goggles with a pair of cool shades, integrated tribal tattoos to the fade, and wrapped it up with a lot of leather. The dude has swagger. The movie also reimagined the vampire mythos for a modern world, turning them into corporate overlords and crime bosses running underground nightclubs, bribing cops, and managing black market blood banks. The vampires were urban, dangerous, and sleek.
You better wake up. The world you live in is just a sugar-coated top. There is another world beneath it.
When Blade dropped in 1998, expectations were low. This was a comic character no one outside hardcore fans had even heard of.
Then first things out tonight, the vampires.
Like what?
Like me.
But the film exploded, stylish, violent, and unapologetically cool. It proved that a superhero movie could be dark, bloody, and still rake in box office gold. Without Blade, there would be no X-Men, no Spider-Man, and definitely no Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I mean, this dude's fucking bad. Like, he's like, you have 20 guys around him. I was there, man. He's got shit. He throws at you. You like the sword.
Yeah, the sword,
Exactly.
shit, yeah, he throw it in the air, catch you underneath, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Blade is a hybrid in every sense, rooted in classic horror, forged in the world of comics, born from the soul of black culture in the 70s, and infused with the razor-edged attitude of the 90s, brought to life by the charisma and physical power of Wesley Snipes, an underdog who rose from obscurity, saved a dying publisher, and kickstarted an entire cinematic universe. That makes this movie very cool, and Blade is one bad motherfucker.
Leather coat swinging, walking through the hay. Yeah. Cool like midnight, born to blaze. Daywalker, baby, slicing through the night. 'Cause Blade's on the hunt and he's feeling tight. Yeah. He don't too rough sunlight. But he sure knows how to make it burn.
Okay, I like that. Oh, this is song. Let's keep it. Sorry. And I was let's see. Oops, not there. This thing. Right, okay. I thought there was one. Okay. I'll add it to
You've got a big day, and you need to smell fresh.
F.
That's why the all-new Unstoppables is your clothes with 24-hour non-stop freshness. So no matter how low your day goes, you can't stop this pound, this wash, this pose, this spread, this look, this sound. Unstoppables fresh. Smell unstoppable.
If you find this the answers, should adjust, dancing.
and shit. This one. Where did it go?
Which is used in taxidermy.
I have no idea where it went. Mm. Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay, there it is. Okay. Be brief overview and background. Slide. Comic. Comic. Fee. Okay. And dun, 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 dun. Okay. On to the next video.
Of work, I didn't exactly know how he was going to sound. And I had just been, the first day of work, I didn't exactly know how he was going to sound. And I had just been, thinking about it and hoping that something would come. And I just opened my mouth. There it was. Cool. Very nice. I was like, yeah, let's keep it going. Why not?
There are worse things out tonight than vampires.
Like what?
Like me.
He's part human and part vampire. I mean, he has some rather weird eyes. It would probably attract more attention were he not to wear the shades. He's trying to be a shadow warrior. We got no mask, no cape, no tights, none of that. You know, straight up man. Once the haircut fell into place and the tattoos fell into place, everything else it just started working. I had a lot of input in that.
Where is he? Is he still in Rwanda? Is he still in Rwanda? Oh, okay. That's cool. Like martial arts and shit. I was like, why are they in Chinese attire? I was like, what is this, like little Chinatown? And where did you say it was? Zambia. Little Chinatown, Zambia. That's funny. I was like, where are they, in Mongolia or something? Oh, this was yesterday's stream.
Use DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search.
Lick. A hungry lion. She even speak Avatarian.
Oh, did you see the video of well, it's when he was in Zambia, but he met someone who dressed up like one of the Avatar girls. That's cool. Huh? And he looked interested. Yeah.